Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fun-filled TFL Unfiltered real-world buddy review. And today, we've got the brand new Kia Sorento, the 2019 model. And in this video, we're going to do a whole bunch of things. We're going to take it on our loop. We're going to find out how fast it is from 0 to 60. We're going to see how rough it rides. We're going to give you our impressions of what we think of it from the outside and the inside. And at the end of this review, we're going to give it a TFL rating of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it. But to get started, I need a buddy. Look at this. We've got a very special buddy, Alex from Alex on Autos. Check out his YouTube channel. What is your YouTube channel?
Alex on Autos. You already said it. Yeah,
easy peasy. All right, dude. Let's start with the look of the car. What do you think?
I like it. I've actually always liked this generation of the Sorento. I like the tiger nose grille going on here. That's what they call this particular look. I guess it looks like a tiger. I've liked the fact that, you know, the front end is nice and crisp and modern, but it's not overdone. So there's nothing wacky going on here.
And under the hood, what do we have?
We have a dedicated 3.3 liter V6 engine, produces 290 horsepower, 252 pound-feet of torque, and it sends the power to the wheels via a new 8-speed automatic transmission. This is the one that we first saw in the Kia Cadenza, which I always call a credenza, but apparently that's not how we call it. And you can get all-wheel drive if you want to.
Yeah, and this is the all-wheel drive version, of course, because we always get them fully loaded for some reason. It's not a mystery how that happens, huh? The manufacturers give us the expensive one. Of course, this is a 3-row, so at the end of this video, I think we're going to have to take our third special buddy and guest reviewer and try to jam him in the 3rd row. How about the back? What do you think of the back of this?
The back is your pretty basic crossover, but Kia dresses it up a little bit, and actually I have to say surprisingly, by giving us a real metal scuff plate down there at the bottom. It's kind of interesting, because I don't know of any other real crossovers that are not off-road vehicles that have metal scuff plates.
You know, my take on the exterior of this is it's kind of getting dated now. You know, it feels a little bit old. I get the tiger nose. Yeah. It's a little kind of round and bulbous, and that kind of carries on to the inside. So let's go inside and meet our third guest reviewer. You're over here, Mike. Hey, guess who's in here?
Hey guys, what's up?
Our man Nathan. So, dude, we're talking about the interior of this. What do you think of the interior?
Well, there's 2 things that have happened with Kia recently. They discovered that mixing colors works.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they discovered that wood, when it's over-lacquered, looks like plastic. So they've done 2 things here, and for the most part, I think the interior is really well laid out. The rubbers and the plastics are all fairly high quality. The door trim I especially like, just because there's 3 colors here, right? Plus you have the nice metal trim, even though it's all plastic. And then, look at you play with those cameras.
I can't get the camera. How do I get to the camera?
Well,
I think it should be in drive.
You gotta put it in reverse. Let's put it in reverse. Hey, there we are. Right. There we have the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, it's becoming pretty ubiquitous now, right? We've got
bird's eye view,
side view, and then the little tool. Hey, that helps for parking.
Yep.
And towing potentially, right? So what's the fuel economy on this bad boy?
21 miles per gallon combined, 19 city, 24 highway. Not too bad, but it's definitely not at the top of the pack.
Yeah, I mean, fuel economy's never really been Kia's forte.
No. Hey!
Oh,
well, he's here all week, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have window shades in the back, though. You know,
they do.
Those add at least 5 horsepower.
Now, there are a few things about this car that's pretty cool. For one thing, it has a locker center diff.
Yeah.
So at slow speeds, if you're losing traction off-road or in the snow, you can hit that, and it will help you get out of difficult situations by splitting the torque 50-50.
Yeah, you know, there's a commercial that's become pretty infamous, or is it famous now, where this bad boy goes up Hell's Gate in Moab, right?
Hell's Revenge.
Yeah, and that's pretty hardcore. I've been there.
Yeah, we've definitely driven that before in Jeeps. Now, here's the thing. To do that, they had to take the tires off and put on off-road tires. They had to put on skid plates, and they had to disconnect the sway bars front and rear. And it did it, though. It actually did it. I actually know somebody who was on scene who saw it happen. The bottom line is that any decent all-wheel drive system is only that much better with good tires. I mean, they didn't necessarily have to have skid plates underneath, but I think the car would have been horribly damaged without it.
Yeah, if you look at that guy who's driving it, his expressions,
yeah,
he's seriously
he's definitely
scared.
Scratching,
yeah. So how much is this guy?
This particular one, fully loaded, MSRP is $48,020.
Whoa.
That is a lot of money. However, you get a ton of standard features. A ton.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly read off. forward collision warning, lane keeping assist, smart cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic collision, UVO sensors, Sirius XM, blah blah blah, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth wireless, Napa leather, power adjusting front seats and driver's seats. I also have heated and cooled front seats and heated rear seats.
Snazzy window shades.
Snazzy window shades. Doesn't say snazzy here. They really got to work on that in Korean.
This big panoramic moonroof.
This roof is massive. All of that comes at this price. Now, if you were to take any of its competitors, and I've already looked at this, and you were to feature them in an equivalent way, this vehicle's a bargain.
Yeah.
All right,
and a long warranty.
all right, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's take some bets on how fast it'll go from 0 to 60. Will it break 10 seconds? Keep in mind there are three big guys and Alex in here.
Yep.
And we're at a mile above sea level, so this is real world testing at its best.
I think it's going to do about 11 seconds.
You don't think we're going to break?
I don't know if we'll break the 10-second mark. It's actually pretty powerful.
I'm going to put it in sport mode.
All right.
We are at altitude.
All right, it's in sport mode, and here we go. Floored.
Bunch of chili.
Yeah, we're merging.
See, off the line, it's not bad, but see, it's kind of dropping off a little.
Come on.
We're at 50.
We're at 60. Oh.
What did I say?
Yes.
What did I say?
Great guess.
11.16.
I am like 4 for 4 on predicting cars 0 to 60s with large people in it. That's what I do.
All right, and our next test, of course, is we see how quiet it is at highway speeds.
Oh, you have a baby one.
Yeah,
That's adorable.
Let me turn on our little sound meter, and let's be quiet, gentlemen. Here we go. It's right around 59 or 60 decimal points, so that's pretty good, huh?
That is very good.
quiet.
Yeah, that's a quiet interior.
It is a quiet interior.
I do hear, sitting here as a passenger, a little bit of wind noise coming off the mirror, but it's really windy outside, so that's not too bad.
All right, let's see if we can get the snarfs. Now we do our
Oh God, here we go.
snarfs test.
Snarfs is a sandwich shop,
Yeah,
guys.
it's our favorite sandwich shop, so let's see if it can get us there using voice control. Navigate to snarfs. Hello? Anybody there? Navigate to snarfs.
She's just ignoring you.
She is.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Do you think
Please.
says no? You gotta find address.
Find address. I'm yelling like an old man.
Because that makes it hear better.
Yeah, especially with cell phones back in the day. Roman still yells on cell
I
phones.
still didn't understand you.
We will never get to snarfs, will we?
Never get to start.
We'll never-
Roman has a point, though, about this, which is that modern devices such as iPhones and Androids can do that.
Yeah, Siri can do it.
Yeah, and so having a system like this that can't do it almost doesn't make sense.
Alex, what do you think?
What I think makes less sense is making this system do that when you could just have your phone do that.
That's exactly
so
it.
Why do I even need to develop software for that? Just use your phone.
I'm with you, dude. I think the automaker should just hang it up with the voice recognition and just go with Android Auto.
Splice right into whatever phone you have and have that just basically be your car as well.
Alex, what do you think of the interior?
I like the interior overall. I think it's good for the category. I've always thought that button bank there with the knobs is a little bit funny how it bubbles out there a little bit, but I mean overall it's a solid interior for this category. I like it better than the Pilot or the Highlander. I think it looks more luxurious than GM's SUVs. It doesn't look as nice as something like a Durango with the leather dash, but you're going to pay a lot more for that.
You know, to me, it's looking just a little bit dated now. You know, this feels like old Kia. Not
It does
new.
look a little older, yeah.
Yeah, a little too bulbous, a little too much. You know, the newer stuff is much nicer. So now we're coming up onto our hula girl test. This is our rough bit of road, so we all get to rate how high she dances. 1 being she doesn't dance, 10 being she's like way
Dancing
out
like
there.
crazy.
Yeah. So we're about to see how much she's dancing. So far, I would say not that much.
Oh, she's doing pretty good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dancing there, gentlemen.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's
Look at that. It's
so far about a 4 for me.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it's less than a 4, dude. I'm gonna give her.
Up.
Oh, there we go.
There's that 4 I was talking about.
I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3 on the hula girl scale. Alex, where are you at?
I don't know. I have very little experience with hula girls apparently, so I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay, which is good.
It's very good.
Yeah, for a large vehicle like this, it's really good. Now, Alex, you were talking about cars that this competes with. Let's kind of go down that list and Talk about them.
Oh, there are so many.
It's one of the most competitive segments.
That's kind
out
of the
there.
trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can say one of my favorites is the Mazda CX-9. The reason why is it's just a fantastic driver.
Yeah. It's much bigger than this, though.
It does, exactly. Even though they compete, the Mazda feels bigger. And
see, in my head, there are like almost two sub-segments here. We have Highlander, Pilot, Sorento, and the Acadia. And then we have like the bigger ones. We have Atlas, Pathfinder, Explorer, etc. And so I'm not sure how many people actually are cross-shopping some of those bigger entries with some of the smaller entries.
Well,
that makes life a little trickier.
You know what
there.
I want to ask Alex?
Yeah.
Because we don't get a chance to drive this.
oh, go for it.
How about the new Subaru, dude? The Ascent.
The Ascent's on sort of in the middle of this. It's kind of weird. It bridges two segments there. What I find weird about the Ascent is that they're targeting it as a very family-focused crossover, but you can't keep a child seat latched into the second row and get into the third row like you can in the Atlas or the Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's right. The Pathfinder was the one that
Pathfinder's the first.
Yep, they did it
and
first.
then Atlas was like, hold my beer,
Yep.
and then they did all three seats the same way instead of just the one.
The funny thing about the Subaru is that I have looked at the interior, and I think it's okay, but I think this is a much nicer looking interior in this car, even if it is a little dated.
And of
I think
course,
the design I think is a little bit more dated in this, but the quality is there. And the Atlas, I think not the Atlas, the Subaru. Like a lot of other Subarus, they do really well in base level trim competitively, but then
Right.
by the time you're working around up to this price level, 48 grand, it starts to fall apart a little bit.
so two things. First of all, we're gonna see if Nathan can get in the back seat and how he fits.
What?
Yeah, you get to go back there at the end of this. And I'm gonna ask a question that I absolutely know that both Kia and Hyundai will hate, right? So if it were your money and you had two cars to choose from, the Santa Fe or the Sorento, which would you take?
I changed this one.
How about you, Alex?
I would take this one because the Santa Fe is only a 2-row at this moment.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just got to drive the new one, and it's pretty darn good. Yeah, they got rid of the XL, right, which was the old 3-row.
Coming back later.
But it's
Yeah,
coming back. It's definitely coming back, and I was really impressed by how sexy it looks and actually how good it is off-road. I took it off-road.
You know,
I'd say that's going to fall into the weird category as well, because this is that 3-row small end, and this new Santa Fe is going to theoretically be on the larger scale. So I still think they might not actually compete in the end anyway. So if you want to get this size with 2 rows, Hyundai, this size with 3 rows, this one, bigger with 3 rows, back to Hyundai again.
And you know what's weird? A lot of the manufacturers are now moving away from the turbos, right? Because the Santa Fe used to have a turbo. It's gone. This is normally aspirated, and I think that's because they're trying to get fuel economy numbers, right? 21 here combined. Is that right, Nathan?
yeah, 21 combined.
That's okay for a 3-row, but it's, you can get pickup trucks now that get 19 combined.
Hyundai
Yeah.
and Kia really need a new engine.
Yeah, maybe something that's a little bit.
More thrifty.
How about a 2-liter turbo? That seems to be
Just a new 2-liter turbo, not the same one recycled again.
That
It's
seems,
the GDI that they're using, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that seems to be
That's
the.
that old FCA Hyundai tie-up, the
Yeah.
world engine design.
All right, Nathan, are you greasing yourself up?
I'm not happy about
Because
this.
you're going to get to go in the back.
We have a guest, so I will refrain from poor language, but I'm not thrilled about being shoved into the backseat of this thing.
Well, you and Alex both try to go back there.
It's okay, my ears are no longer virgins.
All right, well, let me try to get in back there first,
Okay.
just to make sure if I break anything, I don't want to hurt Alex.
All right, and after that, we'll all go out and rate this car on a buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it scales. All right, Nathan, go for it. See how you can do.
So happy.
Hey, it's got to be roomier than the RXL.
Yeah, the RXL is...
Anything is roomier than an RXL.
All right. There we go. And we just had lunch. Oh, it really helps with the seats up. I guess this I've never done this before, so yep. All right, there's
You gotta
that.
want it. You gotta want it.
All right, this is
The
tumble
seats
forward.
back there have the same design and same leather as the rest of them. That's kind of handy.
This doesn't fold up, does it? Does it fold up to get out of the way? Oh man.
Totally not compromising, Nathan.
Not at all. Roman, you're an evil man. Is there any way to make this thing flip forward?
I think there must be. Isn't there?
Here, let me show you over here. Let me show you this side.
Roman knows.
Ah!
There we go.
Slide it forward.
Yep, there we go.
You could have said
It's
something.
the one on the top.
I know, I could have said something.
you didn't
I could have said something, but it
It
was more fun.
This way.
Yeah.
You
I
are
found
a mean
peanut.
man.
I found a peanut.
Yeah. That's, well,
Is that exciting?
Can we close you in here, Nathan?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Whoever's in front of me better be awful short.
Oh, there you go. Oh, now pull it back. Yeah. Here, we'll get
Hold
you
the
nice
bar.
and closed in. Yeah, you look really comfy, Nathan.
Well, to be honest with you, my old Nissan Pathfinder has a third row seat, and this is about the same size. The roof is a little low, so I'd have to lean forward, but I slouch anyway. Roman's hair would get stuck up here, and the whole
Monsters
toupee would
lost
come
her.
off.
All right, boys, come on out. Let's rate this bad boy.
All right, slide it forward this time.
Yeah, let's rate this thing. We'll let Nathan figure his way out of it. I'll help you, Nathan.
Nathan's stuck.
Is Nathan stuck? Oh dear.
Nathan's a little stuck.
Yeah,
Poor
as far as
thing.
it goes.
I like the headlight module.
You know what I like? I really like these
Three
LED.
little baubles
I
going
think
on there.
these LED fog lights are really
ice
cool.
cubes.
Yeah, those are fun.
I actually like the color a lot. All right, Nathan, come on over here. We'll get your opinion first. Nathan, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, what do you give the Sorento all-wheel drive?
I'd give it a lease it.
Yeah.
Almost a buy it. I like it. Yeah, it's a good car.
So lease it with a buy at the end.
Yeah.
All right, how about you?
I'd buy it because it has that long warranty, so it'll last you a long time if you're going to hang on to it for a while.
You know, I'd give it a solid lease it just because it's getting a little dated now, and I think I want the new one when it comes out, because if there's a new Santa Fe, right?
Well, Telluride first.
Yeah, Telluride.
Ooh, that's right. The Telluride.
Because remember, this just got refreshed for 2019.
Yeah,
So it's going to be another 3, maybe more years.
before the new one comes out. You're right, because the Telluride. Completely forgot about that. That's why we have the expert here.
Yeah, Alex.
Guys, thanks for watching. Remember, check out tflcar.com, and of course, Alex on Autos for all your car buying needs, and TFL for real world reviews.
See you guys.
See you guys next time. Ciao. Bye. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.